Hi, I'm Hans Wilhelm. I want to show you visually what Christ meant when he said that the kingdom of God is literally within us. How is that possible? I think you may find this very interesting.
I will start with a 7-dimensional absolute reality, our true home, from where we all once came. Here, at the depth of the all-being, God, the all-law, is profound stillness, deep peace, the eternal now, embedded in the light ocean of pure consciousness, also called God's Spirit, morphing itself into infinite forms and phenomena. It is all energy and vibrations which we humans also know as the all-being, the laws or powers of God, pure intelligence, and ultimately the pure cosmic eternal love. In the book The Great Cosmic Teachings, Christ tells us the all-law, God, consists of countless facets of consciousness, which are degrees of consciousness. They are the spiritual life forms, minerals, plants, animals and nature beings, which are led by the Creator God, the spirit of evolution, to the next higher degrees of consciousness. So the absolute reality is a state of exponential, perpetual motion, continual expansion and evolution. It contains all the spiritual universes with all the galaxies and stars and their numerous stages or degrees of evolution, from the mineral kingdom all the way up to the perfect and eternal spirit beings, also called angelic beings, each one gifted by divinity with their own free will. Here, in the absolute reality, all these phenomena and stages of evolution of consciousness are existing together peacefully, in unity, and in all harmony. In this divine fullness and abundance, there are no lacks, no struggles, no fights, no illness, no destructions. There are no shadows in the sea of divine light, only gentle rhythmic evolution of the various expressions of consciousness or life. We can also say expressions of divine love. Here every life form is the manifestation of God, God's Spirit. God is not just in the life form like here on earth, but God is every life form in this absolute reality, self-aware and knowing itself in the multitude of innumerable phenomena of creation. That is why we can also call it absolute awareness. The I Am projecting itself as different states of awareness. This is our true home because we all have once been these perfect spirit beings. So why aren't we there anymore? How do we get into our heavy and grim three-dimensionality? As we have seen, one of the gifts given to these perfect spirit beings in the absolute reality was the gift of free will. At the beginning of creation, a sizable number of these perfect spirit beings have used this gift and have chosen to leave this reality for the purpose to create their own creation for various reasons that are explained in the video Lucifer's Rebellion. The scriptures call this exodus of spirit beings the fall of angels. Christ refers to this pivotal event in his famous parable of the prodigal son. Here the father, a wealthy landowner, did not interfere with the wish or free will of his son to leave his home. He even gave his son his inheritance to start his new life in the world. This describes exactly what happened when these multitudes of angels left the pure heavens. They were given a certain amount of energy or light ether to start their new venture. But it all went soon downhill as they began to quarrel and fight amongst each other. They began to create their own relative or temporary reality, and with it came time and space, the realm of contrasts and opposites, and the law of cause and effect. As they fell further and further away from the pure heavens, their souls darkened with what we now call karmic burdens. And over eons of time, their soul garments crystallized more and more until many of them found themselves in the low three-dimensional realm of matter, which is nothing but transformed down aspects of consciousness. As the loaned energy depleted more and more, these fallen spirit beings for the first time felt lack and scarcity, totally opposite to the absolute reality, which is the fullness and abundance of God. This fear for survival caused endless fights, quarrels, thievery, wars, murder, and more among these beings, which continue until today. All for energy, power, and control. This explains why we suffer, feel fear, anger, loneliness, get sick, as these are all the effects of our own unloving thoughts, words, and actions, and which we did out of ignorance against our own highest good. By the way, I like to point out that the relationship in this drawing is out of proportion. In truth, this temporary reality is minuscule like a grain of sand compared to the vastness of a huge desert, which corresponds to the gigantic, limitless, immeasurable, infinite absolute reality. Eventually, it will be absorbed back into the absolute reality when all these fallen angels have returned back home. This again is the important part of Christ's parable, the return of the prodigal son, where the overjoyed and loving father embraces his returning son with the words, "Welcome home." Now let us go a step further. We have heard that everything is in everything. The essence of everything is in the smallest part, as the smallest part is in everything. I explained it in my video on the holographic spiritual universe. What does it mean? It means that the essence of this vast reality, as well as this temporary reality, is in every atom, every life form, and yes, even in you and me. Christ told us that the whole kingdom of God is within us, and called our physical body the temple of the kingdom of God. Here, in the core of being, at the seventh energy center, are the portals to this inner infinite kingdom. From here, the holy stream of life flows down the spine to all energy centers of our body to nourish every organ and cell. Immersing ourselves in the stream of love during our prayers or meditations, we can feel the profound stillness and fullness of God streaming into us and giving us the deep inner peace that the world does not know. The outer world will lose all its power over us, as nothing is stronger than God, nothing is stronger than love, and we are love out of His love. As the stream of life surrounds and penetrates us, we consciously affirm the life in us. Here God guides us directly. We can feel His breath, which is our breath. His love and power streams through every organ and cell of our body. Once we have found this inner kingdom of God within us, we begin to live from within to without, as the outer is only a relative world of temporary projected thought forms. God is omnipresent. A powerful affirmation is, God is in us and we are in God. A separation from God is impossible. Neither are we separate from any other person, as the essence of everyone and everything is in us. Once we use our own free will, and with the help of the empowering and transforming Christ spark near our heart, purify our soul step by step, we will eventually raise our vibration and be attracted back to the absolute reality and be once again one of the eternal perfect spirit beings in our true home. Our deep longing to return home is the leading power on our path to God, the eternal.
If you have got any questions regarding this video or any other spiritual questions, you may want to go to my website lifeexplained.com and click on Video Index. Here you find all my short spiritual videos organized by different topics. Chances are that you will find the answers you're looking for. This video today was inspired by the books The Great Cosmic Teachings and The Inner Path to Cosmic Consciousness, The Level of Orders. Links to both books are beneath this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I see you in my next video.